pulls up to the light, make a left and a right. Now it's back to the money with the K face on. Back to the money with the big face on. They paper chase only, big bank on me day in, day out. Ain't shit changed on me. They say I came up and I changed on them. Why? Cause you stayed down and never came up. 100 racks, no drink, that's the chain on it. All white ghost, not a stain on it. I may go get another just to give them more anguish on my anus. Body language screaming, hey, look at me. When I look into the mirror, this is what I see ya. I'm spinning. Cause I wasn't born ready to see it. I'm about to go get it out by the store. Show off. Show off. Say if I got it, I'm spinning. I'm spinning. Cause I wasn't born ready to see it. I'm about to go get it out by the store. Show off. Show off. 5K on that bracelet, that bitch ain't got near diamonds. That her iris is still fine this. If she know the name, she know what time it is. I've been stuffing on her with my grams up. Chicks fainting, throwing their hands up. Showing my ass, not literally, swear I got my pants up. Point with the divas. Ensemble slapping, bring light to the dreamers. Yes, sir. I'm shitting.
Show us. You there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
All of a sudden, she kind of came back just a little bit. It's like you part Godfather, part
Shut
Mary,
up,
JB.
Gotta fix the connection.
Hello.
You want me to call some help?
Yeah, you might have to.
Help!
I hate you.
Hello.
There she go. Hey, y'all are tuned to the Curvilinear Radio. I am Mary JB.
And I'm Kiki with an E.
And it's Misha, Miss Hotspot. We in the building.
Yes.
Sing-a-ling-a-ling.
New York.
We kind of miss y'all.
We are officially New York Fashion Week.
New York. Yes.
Turn up is real.
For real.
Listen,
I love New York.
New York was fantastic. We had, from the beginning to the end, it was such a freaking adventure.
Yes,
there was not a dull moment from the time we hit the ground. Like, from the road trip to the houses.
Listen.
To the road,
you see, we said
houses.
Road trip to the house.
We had 2 houses.
Yes, we made a move. We had to bust a move.
Okay.
We had to bust a move in New York.
Doing that and then to walk in 2 separate shows for New York Fashion Week.
Not one, but 2.
Like, we met some big name people. We also had some bloggers, some very important individuals. Who was in the audience again, Misha?
BET.
Hey!
BET was in the building.
Magazine.
Listen.
Who else?
E-Cover Girl Magazine.
E-Cover Girl Magazine was in the building.
In there. I can't remember all who they named.
We came out on that runway. I swear it felt like the paparazzi was out there.
It was definitely
For real.
It was click.
Listen.
That's all you saw in your face.
I can't wait to see my pictures.
I wasn't used to that shit.
My eye was like a deer caught in headlights.
Yeah, because that's what I definitely look like. Okay. They gotta be, honey. I look like a deer caught in headlights.
Yeah, that picture, she looked like she was surprised.
Face was beat to capacity.
I was not expecting
baby looked surprised. Like,
yes, I wasn't ready. Man, it was the bomb though. And then we ran into some love and hip hop little celebrities.
Yes.
We was turned up.
Baby, listen.
Look, how old are we? We out there hanging like, what? Baby, like we 25.
Like Jay-Z said, 30 to 20, baby.
Yes, and we sure don't act like it that weekend.
Listen, we was turned up like we was some young tenders.
Thank Instagram. Instagram is the bomb diggity.
I just want y'all to know. Miss Mary
I was turned.
She drank
I had so much energy that I had to release though. So it was like, I'm about to hit this dance floor.
She released it all the way through to her esophagus.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret.
That's why I sound like this. You want to kiss the finger? Okay, I'm the Godfather tonight.
Yes. Listen.
But let me tell you a little secret real quick for us travelers out here, because we are apparently travelers now.
Yeah.
And for my other travelers out there, if you want to go find somewhere to party, whenever you're unfamiliar territory, man, go to hashtag something on Instagram. Hashtag Vegas nightlife, New York nightlife. I'm telling you, flyers gonna come up. LA nightlife, wherever you go, Myrtle Beach nightlife, it's gonna come up on Instagram. You're gonna find somewhere. You're gonna find some flyers, and more likely, if you're a woman, you can be able to get in free. You might get some VIP because that's how it was in Vegas. Free drinks. I'm telling you. It's lovely.
We had VIP in New York a little bit.
Yeah, we got it free.
We kind of commandeered the table though.
We made our own VIP. Hey, that's how we do it.
Listen, I was sitting in VIP until y'all told me to come up there to the balcony.
And you gotta get higher.
See everything. Listen, your ass was on that dance floor, baby. It kicked. I seen that drink.
I was getting molested on the dance floor though.
I seen you oh, they down there. What are they doing? And they had the naked chicks up on up on the stage dancing.
She was half naked, but it was fun. I'm telling you, this trip was fun. We could go on and on and on and tell y'all about this trip, but you should have been there.
Exactly. So what happens in New York stays in New York.
Okay. Some of the details will be left in New York. So
for sure.
We're going to be releasing more pictures of our New York life. I'm telling y'all real soon because this photo shoot was phenomenal as well.
Yes, it was.
But you know what this month is?
Yes.
It is Black History Month. So we want to dive in and talk more about Black history. Okay? I wanted to talk about what person in history. It could be a star, it could be a vendor, it could be anybody in Black history that motivated you to be who you are, be what you're into. What Black icon touched you in that way? And how important is it to be able to connect with somebody in your own culture, to be able to see somebody in a leadership role, in an iconic role? How important is that as a Black person, in a Black woman, Black man, any entity, to be able to see somebody in that leadership role? So I want to dive into that. So I wanted to talk about my icon. And the person that I chose is somebody that I always, because I am a bigger girl, I've always been a big girl. All my life I've been a big girl. So I wanted to be able to see somebody like her from the time I was young to now is phenomenal to me. And I always looked up to her. And I am speaking of the one and only Queen Latifah.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Growing up, being able to see her as a rapper, be plus size. She dressed a little more noble. She never shied away from her full figureness. No. She never tried to change herself.
Even when she became healthy, she still
stayed. She still stayed thick and full figured. And I love the way that she carried herself. Being able to see her in movie roles as a sex symbol, even though most people don't think of her as a sex symbol, she still was able to play a role as a girlfriend or interest.
Right.
That was so appealing, to have a whole TV show of single ladies. And she is the only tomboyish role, but she still had a boyfriend. Several of them.
Right.
She still went on dates. It wasn't that token pretty girl. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, she actually played the role of me. I dressed tomboyish. I didn't dress girly until I was like in my 20s.
Right.
So to be able to grow up and see someone of her stature not care, she had a scar on her forehead. You know what I'm saying? She rode motorcycle. She was funny. She could rap. She could sing. She had her mama on the show with her. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It was just real life to me. And I felt like growing up, being able to see her in that stage and that platform was empowering to me as a Black woman and a woman of size.
Right.
It was very limited for us to see a woman of size. You could see a pretty Black woman anytime. Light-skinned Halle Berry.
Right. When you did, they were there, but they were always represented in the light of playing a different role.
Yeah, a maid.
A maid, a help. or
a nurse's aide. Like you never saw them in that leading role as somebody.
Not until Oprah.
Baby, listen.
I mean, hey, not until Oprah.
And I looked up to Oprah, but I didn't feel like she connected with me because she was older. She always was older.
I connected with Oprah on the business side. Like I wanted her mind. I wanted to be like her business savvy. Yes, all day. Yeah. Because I need that bank account.
Baby, listen, don't we all?
Right.
Who's your icon?
My icon? Well, yeah, I guess I could say she was the icon. And mine was more Janet Jackson for me. And it's not just because
you just love her.
No, because watching her grow up, because I watched when they was young, you know what I'm saying? My mom had me watching all them shows, even though for a long time I thought Jackson was the same damn age as me. That's how she had me watching TV when I was growing up. I was watching them.
She got burned by her mama.
When they was young, you know what I'm saying? So
that was my favorite.
Watching her from being an actress to going to music and being able to branch away from her family the way that she did. For me, that did something for me. And then just watching her all around as an entertainer, how she conducted herself, how she represented her brand. You know what I'm saying? Nothing ever came. She never had any issues with her brand. You never heard no stuff about her. I mean, the worst you heard was when she first got married and got a divorce.
And you heard that she had a secret baby.
And then she had a secret baby. And then when she did get married for 7 years and nobody knew and got a divorce, hell, ain't nobody know till she got a divorce. Just the way that she always carries herself, runs her business, represents her brand. You know what I'm saying? And that sweet and innocent voice, even though she a fire pistol, for real. No, some quiet ones. But yeah, for me, her. I mean, I didn't have just one. Like Angela Bassett, I looked up to her.
Yeah. I love Angela Bassett.
That's my auntie. Like, I love Angela Bassett.
I say that all the time when people be like, I'll be like, Angela Bassett, that's my auntie.
And watching her play the different roles that she played as a black woman, that wasn't normal.
Yeah.
And she played some hell of a roles back when black women wasn't getting them like that. Jada Pinkett by far was one of my top. I loved her as a kid. Like, really. So those are the people I looked up to growing up, Yeah.
I always liked Monique.
Yeah.
Because
before she lost her dang on mine.
I loved her too. Even
I still do because
I still love her.
I like her messages.
She don't care what nobody say.
Yeah, that I can say.
She don't care what nobody say, what nobody think about what she thinks or what she say. And then the fact that she went from big to little big, you know what I'm saying? She on that health thing, something like that. That's a way I can relate with her.
Right.
And she just seems like she's just cool. Like, she's just cool, understanding, know how to communicate with folks, and just a peacemaker for the most part. Try to make sure things is cool. Don't want to. I always love Monique. And she's funny. She's very stylish. She stay fly. I always love Monique. So that's one of mine.
I just want to know.
Because I'm about to take it all the way back to Rosa Parks. Because, take a stand.
Okay. Yeah. You can take it back as far as you want.
Sure, we can take it that far back. I'm Angela Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's funny how we gravitate to our women.
Yes.
Yeah.
You had to. I mean, you don't have to, but I feel like as a woman, you're always going to connect more with another woman because they've been where you've been.
Yeah.
A black man, I can say that they inspire me, but I can't say I totally relate to them because I've never been a man.
Exactly.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Michelle Obama is one that I'm sure a lot of women can relate to.
Baby.
Yes.
You talking about started from the bottom and now we're here.
Yeah.
She started Southside Chicago.
Yeah, my other top icon was Maya Angelou.
Yes. Poetically, Maya Angelou, yes, right there. Her and Sojourner Truth.
Always.
Her wisdom. Her way of words.
Everything.
Always took me to an all-time.
She could say it in the most complicated way, but you know exactly what she's saying.
Right.
Is that your phone?
I don't think.
My phone. I don't know what that is. We got some background. Somebody trying to mess with us.
Probably Raven. His ass always messing with us.
He's so disrespectful. Disrespectful.
Oh, God. It's a lot of black icons.
Lena Horne,
Eartha Kitt.
Eartha
Kitt was everything.
Her story alone is like.
When I saw her interview, I think she was in Paris. and she was sitting at a table, and they asked her a question about compromising to a man.
Yeah, that was.
And she laughed. She said, "Compromise? What do I need to compromise for?" Like, it was just like, you take me or you leave me. Like, what do I need to compromise to you for? And it was like, I got what she was saying, because she's been married, she's been through. She's like, no, you either take me as I am or leave me the hell alone. Period. Like, period. And
that's what I'm on.
It's like, I get her total aura was so powerful, and so I'm here. Like, I'm not going anywhere. I just loved her. I love her.
Yeah.
Her mannerisms, her movements were so sexy and so effortlessly. Dorothy Dandridge is another one. I loved her whole story. I love her background.
Josephine Baker
is another one. Yes.
I love Della Reese.
Oh yes, Della Reese.
Yeah, she's like an older Monique. I think Della Reese.
Della Reese was like my grandma.
He shot me in my pinky toe.
She don't care. What she say?
She don't care.
That Touched by an Angel. I love her. Yes. Phenomenal. So I wanted to play a song before we dive more into our Black iconic figures.
Who you got?
I have Innocence.
Innocence.
I haven't played this at all.
Yeah, because he just sent that, right?
He just sent it today.
Yeah, you know what he's gonna tell me? Talking about, yeah, we just had a song drop. You know, it's on all.
And I was like, what?
Talking about it's for Black History Month. I said, so you sending that over, right?
Exactly. I was talking to him. I was talking to him, and he told me the same thing, and I was like, bro, we on Black History Month all month. Like, you gotta bless me with that song. Like, come on, bro. So this is Say Something.
That major outrage this morning after a behavioral therapist was shot by an officer after he held his hands in the air, lying on the ground, his patient with autism sitting right nearby.
The unarmed Black behavioral therapist shot by police on the streets of Miami.
When he hit me, I'm like, I still got my hands in there. I said, I just got shot. And I'm standing there, so I'm like, sir, why did you shoot me? In his words to me, he said, I don't know.
Say something, change something, you survive. Say nothing, change nothing, you gotta speak. Cause if you're looking for someone who just moving these streets, his speak, his closed mouth, they never will leave. So I'ma say something, change something, you survive. Say nothing, you change nothing, you gotta speak. Cause if you're looking for someone who just moving these streets, his speak, his closed mouth, they never will leave. Anger's in our heart, our eyes show defeat. A never-ending story of how the blackness beat. We just another nigga caught in the system, living worse conditions, not realizing that we can make a difference. But we gotta look within and have a greater vision, and realize what we want and speak it in existence. Be persistent and rise and overcome all the lies that's mixed with all of the pain in the shit. Cause when I look around, I see his brothers dying in the streets, which leads to more black women steady crying in these streets. Wicked politician leaders always lying to the streets, and everyone, even the media, got their eyes upon the streets. So we need to make a move, but don't know just what to do. We've been rioting and through, but we know closer to the truth. Everybody knows the problem, but nobody has an answer. Broken vision spread like cancer, and my people feel abandoned. So I speak to change something. Say something to change something, you survive. Say nothing to change nothing, you gotta speak. Cause if you're looking for someone who just moving these streets, then speak. His closed mouth, they never will leave. So I'ma say something to change something, you survive. Say nothing to change nothing, you gotta speak. Cause if you're looking for someone who just moving these streets, then speak. His closed mouth, they never will leave.
I see the struggle in the eyes of the youth, how we misled and misfed and blind from the truth on what we need to do, paralyzed from the move, as if we got it figured out but barely have a clue. Now it's the moment to own it. Unite and make a difference. Put muscle behind your word and stay in position. As you can see, we need strong black leaders, more black schools with scholars to teach us, more black markets and farmers to feed us. Remind the government how much they really need us. America, we rep the nation too, like we're created in his image too. So what's your golly move? It's what it's coming to. Time to face it. It's power in the tongue, so it's time to embrace it. Times are changing for the worse. Let's make it better. So drop the ego and let's get it together. If you won't change, then speak change.
Say something, change something, cause if I say nothing, change nothing, you gotta speak.
Cause if you're looking for someone who just move in these streets, then speak. These closed mouths, they never will leave. So I'm
say something, change something, cause if I say nothing, you change nothing, you gotta speak.
Cause if you're looking for someone who just move in these streets, then speak. Cause closed mouths, they never will leave.
Say something. Say something to me, something to me, say something to me. Young king, listen in solitude. I do not mean to be rude, but please do not look at me. It's just a black queen with an attitude. Cutting to the chase, let's stack our bread in an account. Let's plant our seeds and watch them grow and turn our lives around. While soaking all this misery and giving to the tyranny. Ain't trying to put fear energy, but I speak and you ain't hearing me. They poison in our minds to clip. Ain't that much bearing me. If I was going to abominate, I would have taken myself to Laramie. Gotta represent for the youngins back at home who feel as if they're going through the struggle all alone. Cause change is coming toward us. Let's please the ones before us. No one else gonna do it for us. He's waiting to reward us.
America has given the Negro people a bad check. A check which has come back marked insufficient funds.
That was so hot. You better say something to change something.
Innocent. Mr. Attitude.
I need that in my car.
Yes.
That was.
Listen, I'm about to send this ass a message right now.
Please do. He need to call in. That was
super dope.
Change something. I love it. And the female on that joint sounded a little bit like Eve. She gave me an Eve feel. That was dope.
That was so dope.
I like songs with messages.
You got to play it again for me.
I'm going to play
That's going to be, let that close out.
That's going to close out for sure. I need y'all to be paying attention to them words.
Yes, please do.
I don't know about paying attention.
Baby, listen.
Stay well,
it's Black History Month, my people. It is Black History Month. You need to know your history. You need to know about your iconic individuals because it will help you identify who you are. There's so many great African Americans.
Might help you stand for something.
Exactly. There's so many
for everything.
great African Americans that contributed to America.
Man, listen.
As well as
y'all sitting in that heat and that AC in the summer. African American inventor.
Yes. Speak on it.
I'm just saying.
Them peanut butter and jelly sandwiches your asses be making.
That peanut butter.
Peanut butter, African American.
How your kids sharpen their pencils at school?
African American. When you stopping at them lights.
Listen.
When you driving. African American.
Washer and dryer. You get to wash them dirty, stinking clothes in.
African American. Them mops that y'all be using. African American.
Just saying.
But a motherfucker don't want to iron their clothes on the floor.
Them
and you want to iron on the ironing board.
Them trains that got us from to and fro, Queens to Manhattan. Them trains all over the United States of America.
We are some great people.
I'm telling you, once you really dive in, it might stir up some emotions.
It might shock you.
And it might shock you. But I'd rather be informed than be blinded.
Listen.
I'd rather know the struggles that my people went through. The slavery, the hurt, the pain, the tears, the blood that was shed on these grounds that I walk on. the backs that I am standing on to be able to model, to be able to have our own radio show, to be able to go to work, to be able to have an education, to be able to do so much as an African American. If you don't know why you are here and able to have the freedoms that you have because of the African Americans that went through, baby, listen, y'all out here not wanting to read a damn book. Do you know how hard it was for us to even read? To sneak off to read?
I swear, if today's society knew more about their past, I mean, this thing they might be a little bit better.
If they knew and appreciated
exactly.
If they knew and appreciate, that's the point. A lot of people know and they don't appreciate it. They don't appreciate it. When I watch these movies, when I read these stories, and it brings tears to my eyes, it allows me to appreciate the struggles that they went through for me to be able to stand here without those elements in my life, that history,
right?
That being beat to death, to be beat to death because I wanted to read,
right?
To be hung because I didn't want to give up my child.
To be raped so I can make more babies so you can make some more money off of this field.
To be raped by the master because they wanted to have sex with me just because they wanted to get their rock
or
off.
Make me
because
sleep
I was
or make me sleep with my brother so we can create more.
So we can create more. So not even realizing that you're producing mentally ill children.
But that's what we
they
went
didn't
through
care
for
about
freedom.
that. They cared about them bodies being strong.
Mm-hmm. That's all they wanted. Strong black bodies.
It's sad.
But we got smart.
We sure did.
Rose up.
Conquered it. And we got to do more.
Now we got a new level of slavery. Because some of y'all out here swinging. Just saying. Y'all look like Bojangles. I'm just saying.
It's going back.
I'm just saying.
We need to keep going forward, not take it back.
We have to.
Y'all not educating yourself
Trump
by
trying
choice.
to take us back, y'all.
Yeah,
Trump trying to take us back.
Out here
even more.
Yourself, you killing each other. You know what I'm saying? Like you taking yourself back. Degrading your women out here making babies you can't take care of, ain't willing to take care of, ain't teaching them nothing, ain't doing nothing for them.
Sure not. I wish that y'all would.
It started with the family structure. Once they broke that, once they demolished the household, i.e., welfare, then that's when it started to crumble.
But it started way before that.
It did, but that's black people started the black community though in the 60s and 70s started booming. They didn't bring welfare in until they realized the black businesses was booming. The black community was booming. We had our own schools, our own grocery stores, our own doctors, our own hospitals, everything, our own banks. It was booming.
They want to come up in and start shit up.
They took the man out of the house.
Of course.
That's what
broke it. They manipulated that.
Yeah.
But they knew to control, you have to take the head out of the home.
You gotta cut the head off the snake.
They did that back in slavery. So all they did was go back to resort to what they were doing prior.
Yep, they just found a new way to do
it. They knew that a black man and a black woman together
is a strong
entity. And if you separate them, the woman is going to be likely to be weaker, and you can be able to manipulate her mind and her body better. You can get her to teach her children to be scared of the white man.
Mm-hmm.
You have a black man in a home that then beat the white man. He's going to teach his children to beat the white man. But if you have a woman in the home that is timid of the white man, of course she's going to teach her children to be timid.
Right.
I'm telling you, it's sad.
It is.
When you learn about the things, the manipulating games that they played on our intelligence.
Hell, the 13th Amendment.
Baby.
If you ain't seen it and y'all like the Netflix and chill so goddamn much, why don't you go ahead and pop you a bag of popcorn and sit and watch that?
I'm going to have to watch it.
You ain't seen it?
I haven't watched it.
It's going to piss you off. I'm just giving you forewarning.
It's called the 13th Amendment.
13th Amendment.
You write that down in my must-sees.
Yes. Netflix, 13th Amendment. You want to know about your country? 13th Amendment. You want to know about your history? That'll give you a real brief history lesson. If you really feel like you don't know nothing, go watch the 13th Amendment. I'm telling you, some of y'all might get mad. I'm just giving you forewarning. So I'm giving you forewarning to not go do nothing dumb, because it might make you, if you're that type of person, just, And
it's only on Netflix.
That's the only place I've seen it, is Netflix. I hope they still got it. Let me check.
Maybe let's see.
I'm going to pull it up so y'all can see what it looked like.
Please do, because I know me and my mom is big on ethnic movies.
Yeah, I watch all that, all them documentaries. Mm-hmm. Hell, Queen was the first movie of those outside of Roots that I saw that young.
Yeah, me too.
Because I saw it when it first came out.
Me too.
So, and that's based on true events. Yeah, it was like 3 days in a row. That was back when, because there wasn't no such thing as DVR.
It sure wasn't. You better watch it, or your ass better set your
VCR.
You set your VCR like, okay, 8:30.
That was the best you could do.
Baby, listen.
But yeah, I watched that. That's based off true events. Here it is, 13th Amendment. I wanted to see it so y'all can see what the thing looks like when you pull it up. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the camera for you to see it. Sorry, give me a second, y'all. Okay, see that little jailbird right there with the flag?
Yeah.
13th Amendment. That's what it looked like.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
Right. I need to find I need to sit my kids down and watch something like I was.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all might feel some different type of way about the Clintons, because I sure hell did after I watched it.
I have to watch that for sure.
I wasn't all on Hillary's camp after I got done watching that.
I can't.
Listen, I'm just saying, because you never know. This is things that they don't teach you, and I wanted to take Black history in middle school. They didn't have Black history,
of course.
And I'll never forget, we had a history. I couldn't stand my history teacher. I just couldn't stand her. But we had a substitute teacher one day, and he was a Black guy. He was young. He was probably what our age, but we are now. He might have been a little younger. But he came in a few days he was there, he was teaching us Black history. When I tell you, when he was leaving, I was so pissed. I wanted to go wherever he went. He was like, I'm a substitute. I don't have a school. Oh, well, can't we have substitute kids?
Okay.
But yeah. I always wanted to take Black history, because they don't teach all that. They don't teach everything.
I'm gonna ask around. What movie stirred you the most? If that's African American based.
That's based on a true story?
Yes.
What stirred me the most? Probably Rosewood.
I was going to say that.
Rosewood pissed me off. Rosewood, I was hot. Like, what? Yeah.
The next movie I would say is Amistad.
Yeah.
Amistad.
Yeah.
Really
I ain't seen either one of those.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Girl. Rosewood got Don Cheadle in it. Ving Rhames.
Yeah.
Somebody told me to check out Rosewood.
It's a lot of.
And I like that we have these directors, these people, these writers who are willing to go and get these stories to put it on a movie, because that's the only way some of us will. I would have never known about Rosewood out of no history book in school.
Never.
You would have held. They lie about the damn slave. They lie about slavery in history books.
They sure do.
So but yeah, Rosewood. Amistad. Amistad did upset me, but it wasn't that bad. I would say the second time for me, I don't know, Roots did a number on me. Maybe it's because I was young.
Roots was so
I was in elementary when I seen Roots.
Me too. I cried.
Girl.
Detroit is another movie.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. I'm scared to see it because I know it's going to piss me off.
The reason why I say this as a woman, I say that you have to see it because for one, it's a true story.
Mm-hmm.
Two, you really get to see the court system and how they manipulated things in stories when they were caught. Cops. And you get to see also from when white women interacted with Black men back in those days, how they were treated.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and how they, I don't want to say, I don't want to give the story away, but it hurt my spirit. The movie, it really did. It hurt my spirit. Like I wish that I could jump through the camera, the screen, and just go off. Like, how dare you? How dare you force these kids to stay in a hotel room for you to kill and beat them? Like, seriously. So when you really see, the storyline and how they tried to manipulate people to think that things really happened when it didn't happen, and then when it really did happen, it was like,
hell, I cried on Selma.
Selma was
deep. Because there were because even though I knew about Selma and I had heard about it, I didn't know it to that extent.
Glory. I'm just throwing out. I'm telling you, all these movies bothered me. When Denzel Washington got beat.
Yeah.
When Kunta Kinte got beat into saying his name. A white man name.
Tommy.
Her name is Tommy.
Was it Tommy or Timmy or some shit?
I think it was Tommy. He kept saying, my name is Kunta.
Right. That's the name I remember.
He kept beating him. Like, you are not. You're what the hell I say you are.
Yep.
That's some bull.
To know that our ancestors came on a boat with little holes under them. And there was layers and layers of African Americans under them, and you gotta piss. You gotta shit.
That's it. You do it right there.
Right there.
That's it. That's the only option you have.
Like, that's
starving them.
And if you don't comply, you get pushed off the ship.
If you die, you get pushed off the ship.
Crazy, yo.
You know how many of our bones is probably in the river right now?
They got a whole monument at the bottom of the ocean. At one point in the ocean, there's statues at the bottom. They're all connected of slaves.
Who put that down there?
I don't know. I'll be watching, History Channel, National Geographic, all that. But yeah, there's I forget where it is. It's off. I think it's off the Caribbean coast somewhere. Where they have at the bottom of this ocean, you'll see it's a line of African American, slaves, all holding their hands. It looked like some crazy voodoo shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think I would ever want to actually go there to see it, but I'm glad somebody went there so I can see it on TV.
Right.
What? Listen, some things when you talking about, especially the ways that somebody died, I don't play with that.
Right.
I saw. What was the movie? Tales from the Hood. Listen, some of that shit. Listen, the little ass damn dogs.
That movie is that movie.
There was a little truth to that damn movie.
But that movie is. I swear, I watched that movie recently.
That movie made me not want to go to
That
New Orleans.
movie made me like. I was little when it first came out, but that movie is such a good movie. It has hidden messages.
Yeah.
Like
just
some
like
movies,
Eve's Bayou.
Yes, Eve's Baby.
Listen, folks don't know about Eve's Bayou.
They don't know nothing about Eve's Bayou. Girl, I was just talking about that movie too. Like the hidden messages that are in these movies. You gotta watch these African American movies. Like for real. They're powerful.
Right.
They are. Forget that some of them are brought to light by white people. Forget that. But Eve's Bayou was by a black director, FYI. But I'm just saying, like, Color Purple was a white man.
Right.
Steven Spielberg. It's like, it doesn't matter.
Spielberg got some black in it.
He does. He really, or he been in some black. I don't care. But I'm just saying that I don't care if a white man gets behind my story.
Right.
Because that just lets me know that they are on our side.
Yeah.
And they feel like white people need to understand our plights and what we've been through.
Right.
So I
and
love
some of them
when,
have turned out better.
Detroit was a white director.
Right.
And it came off beautifully told.
Right.
And she was a female at that.
Like somebody had said to me, they use like how Eminem did, that's when they get into the moment where they use their white privilege. Because that allows them to get the support that they need, the investing that they need, the budget that they need, so this can be a good story told on screen. It ain't gonna be no low budget ass movie. No, this is real life happening right here. Just like, well, no, Hidden Figures was that a black director?
Hidden Figures, I don't think it was.
Which, just for the record, great movie, amazing acting,
beautiful.
But I was super pissed that I didn't know nothing about them helping the first damn shuttle.
That black women. I mean,
black women couldn't even use the same bathroom in the same building where they was working at. They had to walk a mile for real in their heels because there wasn't no option for flats back then.
Sure wasn't. Women wasn't allowed to wear flats, even if it was a kidney heel.
You wasn't even allowed to wear pants.
No.
They're not comfortable at all. You know how to fix it.
I'm having technical difficulties over here.
Listen, I'm gonna play another song.
Trying to get myself together
so we can get.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Come on, God. Come over here.
Okay. Listen. Here we go. Here go King Job.
Ready? Let's go. We just getting into the club right now. Shorty going in, getting drunk right now. I just wanna see you make your legs work. I just wanna see you make your legs work. We just getting into the club right now. Shorty going in, getting drunk right now. I just wanna see you make your legs work. I just wanna see you make your legs work.
I'll make it, bend it over, then she'll throw it back. Shorty saying I'm the best, grip the bra by the neck. I think I'm getting it wet. Honey hot, so I'm thinking shorty just sitting on another body pony. She be focused on her with her body rolling. Pot of gold in the panties on, but I'm new charm with the Jimmy on. Super Saiyan in the penny low. Michael J, how I'm beating it. Red bone, shit five. Two hoes, I'm popping. We can make the bed right. Test gang, we dead hot. Gold on me like Fortnite. In the pussy like that.
Hello? I'ma climb through the window then. Just the one for the strippers then. Serve good if you tip it in. Ain't no sauce, just a little bit. I'ma hit it with the 50 cent. Go sorry, it's your birthday. Big booty contest, you in first place. You gon' leave them with the hurt face. Break them dollars off the floor after you twerk, babe.
We just getting into the club right now. Shorty going in, getting drunk right now. I just wanna see you make your legs work. I just wanna see you make your legs work. We just getting into the club right now. Shorty going in, getting drunk right now. I just wanna see you make your legs work. I just wanna see you make your legs work.
Damn, look at all the ass on it. So the trumpet on my beer gum. Hard to tell if the ass real, but the bitch shaking, make a nigga wonder. Right cheek, left cheek. Let me see you make it talk. Bad bitches is slicker. My niggas making money for Shorty come get a shower. We got the money and power. Shorty bad trying to twerk some. Lonely hard trying to hurt some. In this bitch with the gang. We came to fuck us some change. Definition of making it rain. My niggas is going the same. She with the clip like which one? We all real, Shorty pick some. Broke niggas got the cooties. I'm allergic to the newbies. She gave a fuck in the Judy. Team winning, never losing. Sitting still, but it's moving. Throwing hundreds on the booty.
We just getting into the club right now. Shorty going in, getting drunk right now. I just wanna see you make your legs work. I just wanna see you make your legs work. We just getting into the club right now. Shorty going in, getting drunk right now. I just wanna see you make your legs work. I just wanna see you make your legs work. We just getting into the club right now. Shorty going in, getting drunk right now. I just wanna see you make your legs work. I just wanna see you make your legs work. We just getting into the club right now. Shorty going in, getting drunk right now. I just wanna see you make your legs work. I just wanna see you make your legs work.
Sex game.
Let me see that leg work.
Said I want to see that leg work.
Let me see that leg work.
I got a lot of leg work.
You got more than the leg work. Ass work.
Let me see that leg
work. Hey. So that was King Jaffa. Leg Work. And this is Curvilinear Radio. I am Mary JB.
And I'm Kiki with an E.
It's Misha Miss Hot Spot. We in the building with that leg work.
Baby, listen.
Sable says she liked that song.
Hey, Sable. My chocolate drop. I love my Sable. That's my boo. So, I wanted to jump into our specialties. Because I wanted to talk about, it's Black History Month. So, we want to bring in more about us, about who we are, what we've been through. So I wanted to talk about, as y'all know, my specialty is makeup. I wanted to talk about what we went through as African Americans with our makeup. I don't know if y'all knew, but we didn't start having makeup, actual makeup for our color until the 70s.
Oh yeah, I can believe that.
So.
And then even then, it wasn't that great.
Exactly. So when they started to develop, we got a call.
Who daddy on?
Thank you for calling Curvilinear Radio. Who is this? Hey,
what up, though? Hey man, that song was dope.
Listen, we just played that song. That song was fire.
Love it, love it, love it.
Thank you. That song was, and we're going to play it again tonight. Yes. Like, for real. Who is the female on the joint?
That's Maisha. She's from Durham.
She's from Durham. You said Maisha?
Maestra. Yeah,
I like that.
I like her tone. She kind of gives me an Eve feel.
Exactly. So, it's going to be at our show, actually.
Nice.
He has a show in March, guys.
Yes, no. What is it? The 20? What is it? The 24th?
That's the same day as our anniversary.
I know. I was talking about him about somehow to stream his concert into our party.
Yes, that would be dope. Listen, ting-a-ling-a-ling. We're gonna have to have a meeting, sir.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Thank y'all for playing the record. Glad y'all like it.
Oh yeah, that's gonna get some heavy rotation up here.
Heavy rotation, for real. I love that song. We're gonna play that before we end the night. I promise you.
Yeah, so make sure you share the link so your people can listen in.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm gonna send that out.
Yeah. I appreciate you so much.
So what made you want to write this song? Because this was deep. I like it, and I especially like the speech that you chose at the end.
And in the beginning.
Well, we with Doc.
You gotta speak up. Say it again. Hold on, we gotta get some volume. Hold on.
I'm gonna try to.
We're gonna try.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Well, our producer Doc Jr. Sent us the record, and we were both listening to it for a minute, just what to say. And when it all came together, with a lot of issues we started seeing in the community, and what we've been seeing on Facebook and other media outlets and the news and everything. So I'm like, you know what? Let's say something. So that's how it all came together. And Maestra's a dope MC. And my man 2B, who's singing on the hook, I met him last year. So I'm like, yo, let's all get together in this. Let's do this record. And I sent it to them, and they liked it. And we went from there.
Yeah, that was everything.
Well, I like that. I like that a lot.
I like the whole combo, like for real. Like his voice, him singing, and it kind of brings you back to that old, like, I got a real message behind this.
I felt like I was on the stoop, right, back in the day.
I need that in my car.
With the Kool-Aid in my hand.
Kool-Aid, the red guy.
Listen, with a bag of chicken dipped in hot sauce. Yeah.
So look, I'm thinking about rolling down the street blazing up.
I can't with you.
We finished the record. I listened to it. Kind of reminded me of that Roots with Erykah Badu.
Yeah.
Yeah, You Got Me. That's the name of the record. You Got Me.
I was trying to pin it on something too, but I'm like, nah, this, what is that? Yes, that is it right there.
You got me. That was my joint, though.
Man, listen.
Baby, listen. You about to make me listen to this and then listen to like, that was my joint, yo. You taking me back. So, since we got you on the phone, who is an iconic person to you that inspired you in Black history?
I say Marcus Garvey, if I pronounce his name right.
Yes, you did.
Yes. You get a ting-a-ling for that one.
It shows that we can do it. It shows that we have to have the mindset and understand the angles we're gonna have to go through, but at the same time that we deserve it and be our own boss. Like the song says, say something. We have to say something and stand by it and do it. You know, he was the first example of a Black business and a Black man owning this, and the stuff he did was amazing.
Yes.
I love that.
I love that. Godfather has spoken. We love this.
Oh, Jesus. Yes. See what New York do to you?
Oh, baby, listen.
Yeah, I see that.
I was enjoying myself a little too much.
Nah, she was enjoying it just enough.
Just enough. We got receipts.
Okay, we got thick receipts. I love it. Thank you so much for calling and sharing your song with us. We love you.
The bomb.
Thank you. All right, ladies. Y'all enjoy your night.
All right.
You too. I like a Black man with a message.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that song was a good message, baby. Listen. Ting-a-ling-a-ling.
Like a Black man to know where he come from.
Baby.
Marcus Garvey. Everybody don't choose that. They don't choose him. They go with the normal. Malcolm X.
Martin Luther King. To dig deeper.
Marcus Garvey. Some of y'all don't even know who the hell that is.
Mental. That says a lot. Okay, ting-a-ling-a-ling. That was a king that y'all just introduced yourselves to. That was Mr. Attitude from Innocence. Yes. So, again, we were talking about specialties. This is our specialty time. And my specialty is, makeup, fashion, whatever,
Right.
That's what I dive into. So, I wanted to talk about makeup and how most of our icons that you saw in the 20s through the 50s, especially if they were dark skinned, they did not wear makeup. If you look at even in the black and white pictures, you can tell that they did not have on any makeup. They wore lipstick, very slim lipstick, maybe a little eyeshadow here or there, but they never wore foundations. They never wore powders because it made the actual products that were back in the 20s and the 30s were for fair-skinned white women. And it made them ashen. It's like putting just white baby powder on your face.
Right.
It never worked for them. So they went barefaced, and that's why a lot of the typical stars that wore makeup were fair-skinned. You know what I'm saying? So their pictures were a little more prettier because they could wear those kind of makeups that were available back then. So actually in the 70s, when we as African Americans decided to dive more into having our own brands. And so I wanted to talk about some of the brands that were back in the 20s and the 50s. So, in those days, they did not put African Americans at all on products at all.
No.
So what they would do is draw pictures and give them a slight tan.
Yeah, them little things.
Look like Betty Boop. And this actual product was Sweet Georgia Brown.
So she was kind of pale, huh?
Wonderful talcum powder. So this was at the powder base. And
they're just flaking all day.
Hi-Hat was another product. Instant brown brightening cream. So you know what that means. It makes you lighter, not blend in with your actual skin. So I wanted to show you the side by side.
Well, yeah,
look at the dark skin compared to the white face.
You talking about the what year is that?
This was in the 20s, through the 20s to the 50s.
Yes, because you're talking about an era coming off of slavery. The light skin passed for white.
Exactly. So I wanted to.
It was easier to live.
Some of the actual tints that they had was high brown, copper bronze, T-zoom brown, and toasted chestnut.
What the hell is that? What the hell
exactly.
is T-zoom brown?
I don't know.
Toasted chestnut.
And it's actually T-zoom. T-E-E-Z-U-M.
Then they just decided to just go ahead and just blend it up and just make the babies that look like that.
Scary. And there was another one called White Roots Fragrance Cold Cream. And this one actually kind of has a black figure a little bit. But again, it wasn't a person, it was a drawing. The disrespectful level that they had on this. And they said that the first actual product that they did have was like Hi-Hat that made these black tints for us. It was affordable, but it wasn't marketed for actual, like the marketing, the packaging wasn't appetite. Like you would, when you see something like that, you want to actually see your face with the makeup on. You won't have me buy some powder with a cartoon character.
Right.
I'm not a cartoon character. I'm not a black face.
They didn't have no options though.
They didn't. Lucky Brown face powder. Like some of these names are so disrespectful in itself. But this is what we were subject to. If you wanted to be pretty, if you wanted to add a little extra to
I've
your
seen the pictures of the women that wore that makeup.
Exactly.
It didn't turn out cute at all.
It did not. It did not turn out at all.
For their skin.
Nothing. Galore Beauty Catalog. And this was Afro Glow. And look, this is Afro Glow. I want y'all to see this picture. Okay. This was where the Afro? Where the Afro?
What?
Afro Glow. This is a man and woman kissing with a damn S-curl, with a perm in their hair.
That's a perm,
it's
baby.
A perm.
That's a perm and a hot ass press.
Like, I'm bothered.
Just let your soul
glow. This ain't no Afro Glow.
Let your fro. No, that ain't a fro.
Like, I mean, the products that we had was so limited. In the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, there were the kinds of cosmetic items being marketed to women of color. And this is how it was being marketed to us. In the 1970s, we saw the advent of a new era in cosmetics made for the market to Black women who were embracing their identities and leaving their whitewashed images behind. Whitewash. That's the products that we were provided back in the day. We wanted to like hotness. I can just imagine women going to clubs and parties with powder all over their faces.
They're sweating and caking.
Baby, it sure the hell is. And
hell,
it bothers my spirit.
What's her name? Don't Stacey Dash walking around looking like somebody's damn powder.
And you never know that makeup might be messing with, melanin and making folks lighter and stuff.
It does.
Without us even knowing it.
Remember the little powder compacts? I could just imagine the little
the dust off of it made me. I couldn't do it. Yeah, be coughing and hacking and sneezing. I couldn't do it.
Like what? The same powder that you putting on your
For
baby's
those
powder.
with sensitive skin like me, when it comes to my face, they've only revolutionized makeup in the past decade or and a half maybe, because when I first started modeling, I couldn't wear no foundation. That shit made my face feel like I had ants crawling all over. I couldn't do it.
I couldn't breathe.
Yeah, couldn't
breathe.
Pores all clogged up. Couldn't do it. The makeup now, to be able to wear a face for a whole day, and I'm not like this, they've come a long way.
Yes.
Long way. Thank God for Queen. Miss Queen Lati. I appreciate you and CoverGirl. Y'all helped to play out.
That was the first product that I ever, that and Black Radiance was the first like foundation that I ever used.
Who we got?
Who calling?
Thank
you for calling Curvilinear Radio. Who is this?
King Job.
Ain't she supposed to be in the audience? Ain't she supposed to be here?
I didn't tell him.
He fired.
You here? Where you at?
Where you at?
Down the way.
You where? You there in spirit. You here in spirit.
I don't feel the spirit.
He fired. Can you talk up?
Yeah, so what it was about King Job, he was on his way here, and he's down the way, and then, he's just having a hard time getting here, so he figured he'd call in.
I appreciate you calling.
Yeah,
Mike, so we can hear.
I am muted.
For a little bit, just chop it up with y'all real quick. I mean, I wasn't gonna get there until like 9:45, and then it was just gonna look bad anyway, because I'm just barging in the last 15 minutes. And I didn't want to do y'all like that, so I'm like, at least you try to get y'all some juice for the last hour. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you calling in and respect that 100%. I appreciate it. I really do. So I want you to introduce yourself and advise the audience who's listening now. Who is Mr. King Job? And you have to speak up because you're low.
Okay. Who is King Job? I am King Job. I am king. I am Columbus's king. I am Ohio's king. I'm the mayor's big brother. I'm the governor's right-hand man. I'm his go-to guy. I'm the king of Columbus. I'm the king here. I am a brother of brothers. You feel me? I am an artist, a genius, a goat. I'm a father. I'm a son. I'm an uncle. I'm the down-to-earth guy that you think I am, but I'm more than you think I am. And I'm still finding out who I am every day. So that's what I found out so far about who is King Job.
You're still young, so you definitely have time to figure out who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good thing that you're still trying to find out who you are. If you're not still trying to find out who you are, then you're lost. Listen, Linda.
I want to thrive. Because that's why we're here, to thrive, and build. And I thank y'all for giving me the opportunity to build with y'all on y'all platform. Sorry I couldn't be there, because that's a lot of heat y'all be having in that studio. All them queens at once, like, well, excuse me. That's where I be liking to be, like, where the sisters at? Where the sisters at?
I can't with you. Not where the sisters at. I can't. I'm dead right now.
I mean, mad love to my brothers too. I love my king. But even the kings know, like, our queen.
Whatever.
1 minute you loud. 1 minute you loud. The next minute you whisper.
You on the other side of the city. Yeah, you gotta speak up.
Okay. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad. What I was saying was, mad love to my brothers. I love my brothers, but even the kings know the true power of the queen. Y'all the closest thing we got, you know what I'm saying, to our inner God. You feel me? Into knowing about God. So it's important that we understand where we come from.
I agree with you there. So
yeah, tingling on that one.
Tingling. Okay? So when it comes to you as an artist, what is it that you do?
What is it that I do?
Yes.
Currently, I'm doing a lot. Just today, I was helping people move. I had a studio session earlier. I record. I'm a recording artist. Sometimes I engineer and mix and master songs as well. Sometimes I work on the beats and things, but I mostly rap, sing, or just
you can sing.
Melody.
You ain't sent me no song. What you singing?
I ain't know what type of day this was gonna be. Man, I'm like, here, you said send me a couple of your hottest songs, and I'm sending you what the streets keep asking me to play every time I go to a performance or something. So these are the hottest songs in the street that the street like. Now I understand that y'all are Curvilinear Queens, and I got a whole bag for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know, you feel me, who I was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So I had to.
Well, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Mary JB. Okay, I was about to say my name is Hove. I like all music. I need to hear it all. Don't just give me what your homies like, because I'm not your homies. We in our 30s, so we like R&B. We like all that. We love hip hop. We like the new hip hop, but also include some of that singing. Cause listen, Linda, we females. We like men that can sing. Okay.
I didn't even know he sang. He asked me what he wanted us for him to sing. I didn't know he sang.
I didn't either.
I said, wow, I thought it'd be like sing a little bit of that.
Okay. You sung last night at the place that you performed? Ain't that something? So the next time I see you, be prepared for a whooping.
Right.
Oh my.
Okay? I'm going to give you an old-fashioned ass whooping. Okay? Because you've been hiding your talents from me, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all, Mr. Joff. I don't like it.
I'm still finding out who I am, you know what I'm saying? And then, even with that, I still gotta find a way to, to make who I am acceptable to the people, you know what I'm saying? I know it's, nowadays, it's like, come as you are, you know what I'm saying? Take me as I am. But at the end of the day, you want to be able to be represented. You want to represent your people right, and you want them to be happy for you to represent them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still learning. I'm still learning me, but I ain't hiding nothing from nobody. I ain't got nothing to hide.
Okay. Long as you being you, okay? Because if you're being you, then your people who support you is going to follow you regardless. Just FYI. Okay? So, since we're talking about Black History Month, are you still there? Okay. I need you to give me someone in your Black history that you are aware of that inspired you, that motivated you. Who in history has influenced Mr. King Joff?
Today, I would give that prestigious recognition to my father.
That was powerful.
My father was, he was born a Christian, you know, and he had a gang of brothers, and he was one of the youngest, and he could dance real good when he was a kid, so they would take him out and get money for dancing, you know, and singing on the street, and they would pull him out to cut and buy him a donut if he does good. And ever since then, he became an entertainer. And he used to be the like the roadie or the driver for OJ's, and then he even stood in for him a couple times. So he was working with the OJ's a lot, and he produced a lot of songs. He wrote a lot of songs that are, you know, circulated today still, you know what I'm saying? And he's even still getting money from even music that our generation listens to, like Kanye. still get music for, you know, samples that people use. Still get money and stuff like that. So, and he converted to Islam when he was 33 after he got out of the music industry, and gave birth to me. And you know, it like he hasn't been a perfect individual, but he's shown that, you know, with pure intentions, you know, you can come clean and be who you are meant to be. You know, he's still getting money from his music, you know, and he's still in touch with his creator, and he still tries to be in the children's life. And I appreciate that, and I'm proud of that, and I look up to that.
That was powerful.
Yes.
I like that story.
Most definitely.
I like your connection with your father, because that's missed.
So much.
So much.
I used to hear a lot of, I ain't have my dad growing up, and I used to, you know, I didn't have my father around when I was a kid, so, but I still used to look at that mentality like at the end of the day, with or without your dad, you can still learn to be a human. You can still learn to, you know, live and move and grow. And when I was 16, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go find him. And I found him. And ever since then, he made sure he stayed in my life. He never left me ever again. And I'll never leave him. And I'll never disown him. And I'll never leave my children because of moments like that, you know.
You got children?
Yes, queens. I have a princess. She's 10 years old. She just turned 10 on the 5th. And I have a prince. He's 7 years old. He turned 7 August 7th. So I got a Leo and Aquarius, and I'm trying to grow him up to be, you know, king and queen.
That's wonderful.
I love it.
You a busy man. Your hands is full.
So, and also, please, ladies, like, I need y'all to know that I support the Curvilinear Queens. Like, y'all move that y'all just made in New York fashion. You're popping. You hear me? Y'all popping. I was tuned in. I didn't see the pictures. Y'all was out there popping off. I was sorry because I'm like, how much is the ticket? I'm trying to get there. But y'all had it. Y'all held Columbus down. I was doing the thing. And I definitely respect the Curvilinear Queen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate that so much.
Thank you.
Like, we don't really be thinking that people be watching, and then when y'all say that, y'all be touching our hearts. Like, it really be like, oh my God, thank you. I really appreciate that. Like, we are humble people. I swear we are. We're not big-headed. We really out here making
moves. We don't think too much of what we do. We just do it.
We just do it.
Sometimes, you know, a little bit of, you know, sometimes just somebody seeing what you're doing and throwing something out there is okay. Like, okay, as long as you recognize that y'all still working no matter what. And that's the main thing. That's the important thing I'm looking at. Like, the Queens is moving. Move. Make moves, Queen.
Thank you so much.
We trying.
We so trying, man.
Yes.
Say it again.
I said, y'all doing it, and I'm loving it.
Thank you. We appreciate that. For real, for real. We wish that you were here.
I know, right?
It's so hard to hear you that good.
This is whack.
We kind of feed off of off of your energy. You know
can still
roll
in at 9:45 and show your face.
Yeah.
I want to, man. I want to.
Well, you come through. Get off the phone. Come through at 9:45 so we can wrap up this interview with you. Because I got a couple more questions for you, and I want it to be clear. All right, we're going to see you in a bit. Thank you. Bye. So that, my friends, was Mr. King Joff. I love his energy.
Yes.
I swear. I love to be able to listen and talk to strong black men. Like, oh, it's like a food to my soul. I promise it is. Like when you hear a black man who's intelligent, who knows where they come from, they have their own background, they're out here moving, making moves and doing the things that they supposed to do, and they moving like kings. It is so powerful. I promise it is. I love it. So I want to play another song for him since he, Mr. Joff. I want to play another one of his songs. So here we go.
Yeah. Can't be playing in the damn street. Gotta stay up on your 2 feet. Gotta make sure your ends meet.
Oh, big head on the beat.
You gotta be serious about your people. Yeah. They watching you make it, they planning to take it. Yeah. You gotta be serious about your people.
Yeah.
Can't trust no niggas off in these streets. No bitches off in these streets. Can't trust no doctor or the police. Ain't it fucked up? You can't show love. It's just a whole bunch of haters. Yeah, you gotta be serious about your people. Yeah.
You gotta be serious about your stack. Can't think that these niggas gon' have your back. Turn away and they gon' stick a knife in that. Your bitch a chooser, better hide her ass. These hoes are stickier than Spider-Man. You got the devil finger all inside her ass. You done cup the coochie, everybody had it. If you the truth, then wear the polygraph. I'ma introduce him to the body bag. I've been around for so long, I'm like, damn nigga, how did I survive the jungle, boy? I had to formulate a hustle, boy. I had to multiply the muscle, boy. I learned to do it without no support. On some selfless giving, living self-sufficient. So why not finagle with niggas lying and they flexing with it? Had to get on my grind and be special with it. Had to put all my time and my effort in it. Had to quit all that extra shit, can't even lie. I had to work a job and finesse to get it. From chicken and swerving to serve, I do it. You know I keep currency up. And even hard labor. Don't you ever discriminate, niggas. Hate being broke, will get serious about your pay.
You gotta be serious about your people. Yeah. They watching you make it, they planning to take it. Yeah. You gotta be serious about your people. Yeah.
I'm not spending a penny while you niggas waste. The smart thing to do is just save it. I swear. But this ain't the new, it's the basics. I'm schooling you, baby. They don't know what to do with you, baby. Girl, you're lucky, I'm cool with you, baby. I swear. I put you on some queen shit, me and Lane don't mix, ain't nothing like them, baby. The sexy ass so good, it's so bad, yeah, that my slim bed. Waist so small, got you rockin' designer, only the models can fit in, baby. And both of us for slapping hustle hand like Magic Johnson, how we jump out the gym, baby. Know that gas in the wind, baby. Let's get drunk off each other and count this money, make a toast, cause we win, baby. You work hard for a check and I respect that. You see a nigga on his grind and you get that. I know you got a lot of niggas trying to sex that. But dealing with them, you got your money and just that. And yeah, plenty of bitches that wanna fuck though. You know I keep something with me, can smack a truck slow. I got it, you can what the fuck for. Don't think about me, I know that these people cutthroat.
Can't trust no niggas off in these streets. No bitches off in these streets. Can't trust no doctor or the police. And if fucked up, you can't show love. It's just a whole bunch of haters. Yeah, you gotta be serious about your people. Yeah.
Hey, that was Paper by King Joff.
I like that. Sorry, y'all. I'm
hungry.
I am too. I'm about to pop my bag open. Baby, listen, this is Curvilinear Radio. We curvy figures. Get it together. This is Mary J. B.
And Kiki with the Eden has no water right now.
It's Mr. Miss Oxford in the building. I told you I was stretching this shit out like it was the water.
If I can just get to my car
it's
right now.
Aquafina, I swear to God.
Got a whole case in the car,
she got a new name over the weekend. Aquafina.
Yes, she did.
Aquafina.
and we met a Dasani. Okay. We was there as well. So I'm gonna pass the mic. Go ahead, Kiki, with an ego over your specialties this week.
What I got for you? What about that water, though? You know, I always got something to say about some water. So, while it's often said jokingly that black folks don't swim, that they drown at such alarming rates is no laughing matter. It isn't just because black people hate the water. Though 70% of black folks can't swim. Lack of access to public pools and a history of segregated swimming have kept many of them out the water.
Shit, my grandma took us to the swimming pool. You was gonna learn how to swim.
Did you hear me? I said segregation.
Yeah, no,
I said segregation.
Yeah.
African Americans were not allowed to swim in the 40s or 50s. So if your grandparents didn't know how to swim, you know, some of them are self-taught. If they didn't know how to swim, then they didn't teach your parents. And if your parents didn't swim, then you might not be a swimmer.
Winter used to be a segregated pool.
My mom didn't know how to swim. My dad did though.
And how my mom told me how she learned how to swim. My grandpa threw them in the water and told them to swim.
I believe that.
My dad did that to me, and I went straight to the bottom, and that's why I don't swim.
She went straight to the bottom, and she was there.
To the bottom, and that's why I don't swim. It scared the shit out of me. I have phobia. No, I was kicking. I was like 4. He threw me in the water, and I went straight to the bottom. I was kicking, trying to get to the top, but my body was not working.
Don't do that, folks.
Scared the shit out of me. So now I have a phobia of water going over my head. I don't swim.
He done scarred you for life.
He done scarred me for life. I don't like to get splashed with water over my face. I feel like I'm going to die. So, no. I don't go swimming. I don't know how to swim now. Thank you, Jesus.
It is very good exercise. There's nothing about to get to that.
Best exercise.
The best. I mean, and then
kids love it.
And it tires them out.
Yes, honey.
Swimming will wear you down. And it says the YMCA is hoping its water safety program will help. In addition to making sure young people don't become drowning victims, the organization also hopes to get more kids of color in the pool. Yes. Gotta love the Y.
My daughter knows how to swim. She swims all the time. Me, on the other hand,
I'm gonna need you to learn how to swim.
Chill on me, little baby.
So further this thing,
get her out the ocean if you can't swim.
I don't go nowhere without my sister or her daddy to go swimming, and I don't go nowhere without my niece. She's
the buddy system. The firm believer of the buddy system.
I don't let her go into water that I can't stand in. I can jump in the water.
Hey, folks has almost drowned in water that they can stand up in. I ain't gonna tell you about the story my friends just told me, but anyway, yeah, folks almost about to drown in water. Just stand up. Stand up. But to further this aim, it is hoping to reach as many young people as possible by providing 13,000 scholarships for kids in low-income communities to participate in swim classes. This is why I love the Y. You know, I talk about the Y like it's the community center. We there faithfully.
I just want that pool.
We there faithfully.
That's all I want.
So what else I got here? Kids Link. I think I've mentioned Kids Link before. KidsLink.com. If you can search it on Facebook, or just go to the website KidsLink.com, and they have this kids festival that's coming up, and you can learn about the summer camps that's coming up and all the different scholarship programs also that you can get on to get your kids into some of these camps and get them active this summer. And some of them even have it's like spring camp just for that 1 week that they're out of school, or 2 weeks they're out of school, they can go attend this camp. So I would check out KidsLink.com.
It's best to get them signed up for summer events now.
Now, as well as they got if you want to get your kids in a particular school, get them in the choice lottery. You want to start that now also.
Yes.
Get a head start on things. And I had something else here that I had seen. And it made me be like, okay, I got to say something about this, but I can't find it right now. So, when I come across it, I'll let you guys know. Misha, what you got? What's going on in the city?
Black Panther movie's coming out tomorrow.
Of course.
That's pretty much all I have.
Listen, Black Panther is coming out.
That's an event in itself.
If you know, the pre-sale pretty much is sold out for the weekend. But Marcus Theater, $5 night Tuesdays, they're open still. They have seating. So if you go to the Marcus Theater website, you should be able to find you some $5 tickets on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's at Crosswoods too.
Yep.
I'll check that out.
Baby, listen, I got
and
my
the 7
tickets,
o'clock.
I can't
The 7
wait.
o'clock is kind of sold out, but if you got time in the day, about 3:50, you get the 3:55 showing, and there's some seats left there. So I don't like the seats that's left. So me and mine may not be making that 7 o'clock show. I was considering getting off a little bit early and go check out the 3:50 show because it will be my son's birthday, and he will love that.
We still got a couple things here. So let's see. The Savoy Club is having a celebration of Black music on Saturday. That's at 1904 Lake Club Drive. Let's see. Tickets are $10 in advance, $15 at the door. Always free parking. So get there early. Happy hour drink specials from 6 p.m. till 8 p.m. Dress code: come dressed to impress. Grown and sexy, strictly enforced. No tennis shoes, sweatsuits, or t-shirts. So that's at the Savoy Club. Black Friday 614. What is this? This is our Taste of Trini. A shopping experience you don't want to miss. There will be over 15 Black business owners offering jewelry, cupcakes, candles, clothing, plus much more. Come shop, enjoy the evening, and save money. Children are welcome. Okay. This occurs actually every third Friday of the month at the Taste of Trini. And my phone just did something. Okay, here we go. Sorry, y'all.
You're fine, because speaking of shopping,
yes,
I came across what I was going to tell you guys.
Okay.
Very good, mother. You know, heck, it feels like spring outside right now, but it's February, but before you know it, prom will be here.
Right.
But the Very Good Mothers has this program to where, you know, like you have daughters or nieces, whoever it is going to be going to the prom or even homecoming. No, prom is what's coming up. Homecoming is in October. But they can sign up you can go to verygoodmothers.org, and they have the dates of March 10th, March 11th, 17th, and April 7th. And it's not even a quarter to your income. You don't have to show anything. You know, it's just an honesty thing. You know, if you feel like somebody you know, or even your daughter, you're less fortunate and you can't go get one of these gowns, this program right here is the bomb. I took my little cousin twice before, and you go and you pre-register in a time slot that's open, and you go. You have a personalized shopper that will help you shop for a dress, shoes, accessories.
And where is this?
It's Very Good Mothers. I don't know exactly where they're going to have this location at, because when I went, it was in Worthington. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's at the same location.
As long as it's within the Ohio state lines, we good. I'm going.
Oh, yeah, most definitely it is.
I need that.
It is.
I need that.
So go to verygoodmothers.org or search it on Facebook, and you'll be able to find that page. Matter of fact, if you go on Facebook, you can click right on the registration link and pick out the slot.
Yeah, I like that.
And go and just, it's a good time. It's a good bonding moment. I mean, it makes you feel good, especially when you're less fortunate and you cannot afford these things. And it's nice dresses too. Like nothing shabby about this place.
Right.
And even if you have things to donate, you can also go to verygoodmother.org, and they have a section where you can donate. But for the most part, I'm speaking to the ones that needs the help, and definitely go check that out.
I donated my dress last year.
I can find mine. I donated. I got a wedding dress they can have though.
Shut up.
So Kit, you think I'm playing? Things taking up space.
Called Cinderella's Closet Boutique.
Listen, it's either donate or burn it. So apparently Kid Rock is here February 17th at the Nationwide Arena.
White boy Kid Rock?
Yeah.
I like him.
I like him too.
I like his swag.
I'm mad I didn't know he was here, because I would definitely tried to make that trip.
Where he at?
Nationwide.
Oh yeah, he about to have a big concert.
Mm-hmm. That's all I got.
When is it again?
February 17th, Saturday.
Oh, okay, I'm about to go Uber.
Saturday.
I'm about to go Uber and pick me up some folks.
Oh, that's right, honey. Make that money, honey.
Listen, we're going to be surging in that area. Let me get that 4 times the amount, please.
Listen,
thank you.
I know that's right. Listen,
you need to stop at the mall on the way home. I got you.
And then other than that, the only thing we got, let's see what we got coming up. We got our anniversary next month.
I can't believe it's 1 year already.
It's been 1 year already. Can you believe we made it a year? We had some haters. We had some roadblocks. We done had some moments where we done wanted to quit on that ass. We done had some crying moments.
But the power invested in us.
Listen, baby. You better keep us
going.
Girl,
listen.
When you really want something in life, when you really are passionate about something, when you find what it is that you're passionate about and you see the vision.
You see the light.
Because see, what you're doing right now may not quite be the vision at the end of the road, but it's the road that's going to get you to the vision that you're looking for. But you got to be willing to put in the work, bleed a little bit, cry a little bit, lose a little bit, or a lot of sleep. You know,
sweat a little
bit,
enjoy a little bit along the way.
Don't
get too happy.
Argue a little bit along the way. You might even have to let some folk go,
baby. We didn't let some people go.
Listen,
we done gave them their freedom papers. Okay?
Some folk that left just out of their own right. You know, hey, everybody that start with you ain't gonna end up with you.
Nope. Everything's a learning lesson in life.
Some people are here for a reason, some for a season, some for a lifetime.
Either here to help or here.
Some people are here for a reason, some for a season, and some for a lifetime. Trust me, them lifetimers is very far few, right, and in between.
And that's why earlier I had a moment earlier, and I feel like I've been meeting on my path, on my journey. I've been meeting so many seasons.
Girl.
Yeah.
And in between those seasons, I might get a reason.
Listen.
And then I'll leap over about 15 people before I get to a lifetime.
Okay.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And it kind of makes you rethink things and question things. And you don't really want to question too much.
Right.
Because when you question too much, then you block out what God is telling you.
Right. Exactly.
Okay?
Right.
So sometimes I get quiet. People be thinking like, what's wrong with Mary? Nah, it ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm just waiting for God to show me what he needs to show me.
Well.
And answer the quiet question that I have stirring inside of me.
Mm-hmm.
Am I walking in the right direction? Am I supposed to go right, left, or turn around?
Right.
Okay. And I feel like this last year, coming March, I've been tested so much as a woman, as a friend, and as an individual, period.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I'm blessed about these tests because it's making me reevaluate what I thought that I've already reevaluated. Sometimes you feel like you understand who you are. You understand.
Make you reevaluate.
And then it makes you reevaluate.
You always gotta check yourself.
You do. You
Before
have
you
to
wreck
check
yourself,
baby.
You always gotta check yourself. You
Before
always gotta
you
check your
wreck
circle.
yourself.
You have to check your circle, and you have to be mindful of the people in your circle.
Right. Everybody ain't for you.
People be in sheep clothing.
Hell, you gotta be
wolves.
mindful of telling. Listen, one thing I could say that I learned, one lesson I could say I've learned out of this year is you gotta be careful who you share your dreams with.
Baby.
Everybody don't want to see you succeed.
People will snatch you.
They will snatch your dream.
Try
They will
anyway.
try to duplicate your dream. They will try and downplay your dream.
They'll try to
You gotta
duplicate
just
your
go
That's
and
dream.
why
you see it and you believe it.
Curvilinear move in silence most of the
Yeah,
time.
because we learned the hard way. So, you know, that's why we stay up ridiculous hours and gotta work in the morning and do 50,000 things because we busy sharing each other our dreams because we know that's where it's safe. You know, if you got somebody that's safe to share your dreams with, to share your vision with, that's cool. If you don't feel 100% that you can share this with them, don't do it.
Don't do it.
I'm telling you, don't do it. But if
It's
you got
folks
that
waiting
dream,
this shit on you.
I'm telling you, man, and the hate is real. I ain't never experienced this much hate.
Me either.
Ever.
It's toxic.
Ever. I never thought I would be a person that would be hated on.
Me either. And it's like most of the people that hate on you don't even be don't even be the one that's vocal about it.
No, absolutely not. Hell, some of them right next to you trying to be all up on you.
Smiling, giving you kudos.
Yeah, they want a piece of the pie.
They be the one stabbing you in your back the most. Just FYI, but I see your ass.
I see you.
I see you.
I see you.
I see you with my one good eye. I see you.
Really, your one good eye.
I ain't one good eye. Look, I'll be over here winking at the ass.
But it's been a good year, man. We done did a lot in a year. We did a lot in a year.
Man, we started this year off like, wow.
Right. New York Fashion Week. Boom. Right there. It's just the beginning. Hell, we still got 10 more months left.
Baby. And every month we got
next
something
year's
booked.
our anniversary.
We are pretty much booked.
April, my birthday month.
Until May.
This is ridiculous.
And our September, look, we
got block parties on the schedule, concerts on the schedule, fashion shows. Oh, sorry, I might not supposed to put her down. I got excited. I'm sorry.
It's okay. But the next thing we got up is our April shoot.
The next thing we got up is this damn anniversary, but it's got to turn up.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be turned. Because if y'all didn't come to our launch party, if y'all ain't come to my birthday party, Kiki birthday party, Mary birthday party, if y'all have been to any of our events or parties, you know it's about to go down.
Going down and then.
And y'all already know how we rock. Everybody love when they come out with us.
Hey,
we don't have no drama. We ain't gonna have no bull. We have good food.
We doing the all white thing.
We try and feed y'all, or we try and make sure, if we can't provide the food, that they got some good food for y'all to eat.
Listen.
We make sure y'all in a safe environment, ladies. We got you. We gonna make sure that it's in the parking lot. It's not gonna be far from the door. I might even try and hook the ladies up and get y'all an escort from the door. See if I can find a couple gentlemen for our party that's willing to walk women back and forth in them heels to their car, because we know it ain't too many of them laying around. So we're going to see if we can find out.
I'm going to tell y'all now what y'all need to be doing. You got a month.
Got a month.
You got a month.
Get you an outfit, because this ain't going to be no dress down event. I don't want to hear y'all talking
about come in your best all white outfit with a pop of color. That's the title. A pop of color.
That means if you got an all white outfit, your shoes need to pop, or your hat need to pop.
I need you to pop.
That don't mean go get you a red and white damn outfit. No, that's not what I mean.
All white. You can wear white bottoms with a red shirt.
You can wear a red shirt with a white bottom. It just has
to be white with a pop of color. I need something white on you with a pop.
Get creative. Let me see them Chicago colors.
I want to see what Columbus can bring to the table.
Yes.
Men included.
Stylish, fashionable.
So March 24th, mark your calendar.
And if y'all gonna wear tennis shoes, they better be fresh off the mother press.
If you come in with some tennis shoes, I'ma step on them bitches. Do not come to my party in no damn tennis shoes.
Ain't nothing better than some fresh Air Force One.
Crispy, fresh off the bag, white forces.
I need y'all to right out y'all's nice shoes. I don't want y'all to bring that. They can be Vans. They can be
Vans. You would take Vans over some crispy white forces?
Negative.
Yeah.
Negative.
I don't want no tennis shoes.
Vans look like a dirty skateboard kid.
Hey.
You'll take that.
We don't want to discourage nobody.
I don't want nobody.
We don't want to discourage nobody. But you got a month to get it together.
If you have to come in a tennis shoe, please let that thing be crispy.
It need to be fresh off the press.
I need you to bring out your white paint, your shoe paint. I need you to do whatever you got to do.
Screw shoe paint. You better go buy you some new pair.
I need you to do whatever you got to do.
Now is the time.
But if them mugs is raggedy, I'm stepping on them bitches. And
you're not getting in, because whoever at the door, trust and believe, I'm already handled that. They're discriminating. You're not getting in.
One of us fashion
we are not equal opportunists when it comes to shoes.
When it comes to fashion, we are not equal opportunity over here. I'm gonna need you. If I gotta come in that mug dressed to the teeth, y'all gonna come in there fresh to death. I'm sorry. Get it together. But we gonna have fun.
It's just a good time. It's not gonna be full of everything that we usually do. This is just us getting together, having music.
And see if you want to come out and celebrate with us because y'all love us.
Just to see who supports Curvilinear Radio, because we support you guys.
We sure do.
Y'all. So we gonna go ahead and play my song one more time.
Yes,
because we was waiting on King Job, but he still ain't here yet. So
I don't think him coming.
I don't think him coming either, but it's
that's
okay.
fine because I got food in the bed waiting on me.
Baby, I just want something. Never mind, I ain't gonna go there. Here we go.
That major outrage this morning after a behavioral therapist was shot by an officer after he held his hands in the air, lying on the ground, his patient with autism sitting right nearby.
The unarmed black behavioral therapist shot by police on the streets of Miami.
When he hit me, I'm like, I still got my hands in there. I said, I just got shot. And I'm standing there and I'm like, sir, why did you shoot me? It is words to me, you said, I don't know.
Say something to change something, you survive. Say nothing to change nothing, you gotta speak.
Cause if you love for someone who just moved in these streets, his feet, his clothes, mouth, and never will leave. So I'ma
say something to change something, you survive. Say nothing to change nothing, you gotta speak.
Cause if you love for someone who just moved in these streets, his feet, his clothes, mouth, they never will leave. Anger's in the heart, our eyes show defeat. A never-ending story of how the blackness beat. We just another nigga caught in the system, living worse conditions, not realizing that we can make a difference. But we gotta look within and have a greater vision, and realize what we want and speak it in existence. Be persistent and rise and overcome all the lies that's mixed with all of the pain in the shit. Cause when I look around, I see his brothers dying in these streets, which means the more black women steady crying in these streets. Wicked politician leaders always lying to the streets, and everyone, even the media, got their eyes upon the streets. So we need to make a move, but don't know just what to do. We've been rioting and through, but we know closer to the truth. Everybody knows the problem, but nobody has an answer. Broken visions feel like cancer, and my people feel abandoned. So I speak to change something.
Say something to change something, you survive. Say nothing to change nothing, you gotta speak.
Cause if you love for someone who just moved in these streets, his feet, his clothes, mouth, and never will leave. So I'ma
say something to change something, you survive. Say nothing to change nothing, you gotta speak.
Cause if you love for someone who just moved in these streets, his feet, his clothes, mouth, they never will leave.
I see the struggle in the eyes of the youth, how we misled and misfed and blind from the truth on what we need to do, paralyzed from the move, as if we got it figured out but barely have a clue. Now it's the moment to own it, unite and make a difference, put muscle behind your word and stay in position. As you can see, we need strong black leaders, more black schools with scholars to teach us, more black markets and farmers to feed us, remind the government how much they really need us. America be reclamation too, like we created in his image too. So what's your godly move? It's what it's coming to. Time to face it. It's power in the tongue, so it's time to embrace it. Times are changing for the worse. Let's make it better. So drop the ego and let's get it together. If you won't change, the speed change.
Say something to change something, you survive. Say nothing to change nothing, you gotta speak.
Cause if you love for someone who just moved in these streets, his feet, his clothes, mouth, they never will leave. So I'ma
say something to change something, you survive. Say nothing to change nothing, you gotta speak.
Cause if you love for someone who just moved in these streets, his feet, his clothes, mouth, they never will leave.
Say something. Say something to me. Something to me. Say something to me. Young king, listen in solitude. I do not mean to be rude, but please do not look at me. It's just a black queen with an attitude. Cutting to the chase. Let's stack our bread in an account. Let's plant our seeds and watch them grow and turn our lives around. While soaking all this misery and giving to the tyranny. Ain't trying to put fear energy, but I'm speaking, you ain't hearing me. The poison in our minds that could ain't that much verily. If I was going to a violent date, I would have taken myself to Laramie. Gotta represent for the youngins back at home who feel as if they're going through the struggle all alone. Cause change is coming toward us. Let's please the ones before us. No one else gonna do it for us. He's waiting to ride us.
America has given the Negro people a bad check. A check which has come back marked insufficient funds.
I want to play that again. I really do.
You said you just gonna run that back.
I'm gonna just run.
We're just gonna let that ride it on out and close the show out.
Listen, go ahead and close the show out. Give him some positive words.
Give him some positive. You want me to do that? Let's see.
You've been on the road today.
Say something on the road,
but the sleepy then set in.
Say something to change something.
Hey, that sounds good to me.
You don't say nothing, you won't change nothing.
Hey.
That ain't the truth.
Simple as that.
Is that simple?
Stand up. Stand for something, or you gonna fall for anything.
There it is.
We're gonna play this back while we get up out of here. Next week we going to have Mr. He's not going to be here, but it's going to be his birthday, right? It's next
yes.
Thursday. Next Thursday, Miss Scope's birthday. So he won't be here, but we will be playing his music. And we're going to talk about a little something, you know.
We're going to talk about a little something?
Like we always do. We're going to talk.
It's
talk. Black History Month.
Hopefully your voice will be back by then.
Listen, if not, we're just going to be Godfather the rest of the month.
Lord.
But we will be back next Thursday, 8 to 10 p.m. And we're going to play nothing but Mr. Scope's music.
You might have to do some Earth to Kit before your voice come back.
Listen.
Here we go. Look what I done did.
Major outrage this morning after a behavioral therapist was shot by an officer after he held his hands in the air, lying on the ground, his patient with autism sitting right nearby.
The unarmed black behavioral therapist shot by police on the streets of Miami.
When he hit me, I'm like, I still got my hands in there. I said, I just got shot. And I'm standing there, so I'm like, sir, why did you shoot me? And his words to me, he said, I don't know.
Say something, change something, you survive. Say nothing, change nothing, you gotta speak.
Cause if you're love for someone who just moved in these streets, his feet, his clothes, mouth, and never will leave. So I'ma
say something, change something, you survive. Say nothing, you change nothing, you gotta speak.
Cause if you love for someone who just moved in these streets, his feet, his clothes, mouth, they never will leave. Anger's in the heart, our eyes show defeat. A never-ending story of how the blackness beat. We just another nigga caught in the system, living worse conditions, not realizing that we can make a difference. But we gotta look within and have a greater vision, and realize what we want and speak it in existence. Be persistent and rise and overcome all the lies that's mixed with all of the pain in the shit. Cause when I look around, I see his brothers dying in the streets. Which leads to more black women steady crying in these streets. Wicked politician leaders always lying to the streets, and everyone, even the media, got their eyes upon the streets. So we need to make a move, but don't know just what to do. We've been rioting and through, but we know closer to the truth. Everybody knows the problem, but nobody has an answer. Broken vision spread like cancer, and my people feel abandoned. So I speak to change something.
Say something, change something, you survive. Say nothing, change nothing, you gotta speak.
Cause if you love for someone who just moved in these streets, his feet, his clothes, mouth, and never will leave. So I'ma
say something, change something, you survive. Say nothing, you change nothing, you gotta speak.
Cause if you love for someone who just moved in these streets, his feet, his clothes, mouth, they never will leave.
I see the struggle in the eyes of the youth, how we misled and misfed and blind from the truth on what we need to do, paralyzed from the move, as if we got it figured out but barely have a clue. Now it's the moment to own it, unite and make a difference, put muscle behind your word and stay in position. As you can see, we need strong black leaders, more black schools with scholars to teach us, more black markets and farmers to feed us, remind the government how much they really need us. America, we rep the nation too, like we created in his image too. So what's your golly move? It's what it's coming to. Time to face it. It's power in the tongue, so so it's time to embrace it. Times are changing for the worse. Let's make it better. So drop the ego and let's get it together. If you won't change, then speak change.
Say something, change something, slip by. Say nothing, change nothing, you gotta speak.
Cause if you're looking for someone who just move in these streets, then speak, close, smile, they never will leave. So I'm
say something, change something, slip by. Say nothing, you change nothing, you gotta speak.
Cause if you're looking for someone who just move in these streets, then speak, close, smile, they never will leave.
Say something. Say something to me, something to me. Say something to me. Young king, listen in solitude. I do not mean to be rude, but please do not look at me. It's just a black queen with an attitude. Cutting to the chase, let's stack our bread in an account. Let's plant our seeds and watch them grow and turn our lives around. While soaking all this misery and giving to the tyranny. Ain't trying to put fear energy, but I speak and you ain't hearing me. They poison in our minds that could ain't that much verily. If I was going to abominate, I would have taken myself to Laramie. Gotta represent for the youngins back at home who feel as if they're going through the struggle all alone. Cause change is coming toward us. Let's please the ones before us. No one else gonna do it for us. He's waiting to ride us.
America has given the Negro people a bad check. A check which has come back marked insufficient funds.